Divas. Hey, I just wanted to show you, if you've just seen my last video on how I keep track of my videos, I wanted to show you what other journals and happy planners and how I keep track of the rest of my life. I wanted to show you the goodies for that. So most of them are from Happy Planner. Some of them are other types of journals. One thing I use is I got this one from Happy Planner a couple years ago. Stay focused and extra sparkly. I love this. It's got a whole bunch of dot grid. Whoops, a whole bunch of dot grid pages. When I run out of that pages, I found some. Well, this is just regular graph paper and regular paper I put in the back that I haven't used for other things, so it's scrap paper. I tend to keep one around of each of the sizes with scrap paper that I have in it that I punched in case I want to take notes for something. And this is just a notepad that I had bought somewhere with my favorite little character on the bottom. Note to self. So I figured they fit in here perfectly, and I'm almost done with the dot grid pages anyway. So that's one way I do it. For day to day, I started out with this one. This is a belly band with just a pen, a marker pen that I used on it a lot. Grow where you are planted. So I love the color. I love the theme of it all. This is the first page in here. Always. This was a 2022. It was a 2021 edition, and this was the rest of the 2022 calendar. I don't need that any longer, do I? I don't need that any longer, do I? No, I do not. All right. These were just some things I wanted to remember in here and try to get to. Ooh, there's something for 2013. What is this? Oh, it's a retreat I would love to go to in Jersey. Huh. That will have to stick straight out of here because I want to go. All right. I have a little dates to remember book with everybody's birthdays and anniversaries in it by the month. An appointment card I no longer need. These are all the sticky sheets you can use on your calendars. I got this one. This was a Happy Planner, but it wasn't last year. I've had it for a little while. I think I got it even on clearance at some point. I need to replace a sticky note here. Appointments this week. It's all about appointments, getting it done, and dates and times on there. I like to use these on the yearly calendar. I'll show you that in a second. This was the garden one. This is how I kept track of everything. My work schedule. And it's just the calendar pages from that year. And then my feeble attempts at decorating them. Well, it's just the tomatoes. Butterflies and bees are welcome, for sure. That's March. I stopped decorating because I just needed to get down the basics. May. Start each day with a grateful heart. Every day is a fresh start. And I kind of stopped around June or July because I started in a different book, and I'll show you that. But I want to show you the dividers that are so gorgeous and what you can do with them. I do a lot more with the calendar page than I have. Sunshine on my mind. I saved the calendar pages. I decorated these because it was last year when I jumped into the journal and I had these stickers out. I do the bare minimum on the calendar page. I save the fun stuff for the dailies. Isn't this beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. And what I like to do is, this was from a Amy, what is that? An Amy, well, I'll put her name down at the bottom. This was, I love this saying. I put an envelope, I attached my own envelope to the back of this calendar because I like to keep notes and things in for the year, things I need to remember, other appointment cards, um, other kinds of things that I'm going to need to keep with me in here. And it was just an envelope from the mail that I glued on there. And I put this on top of it and then used clear tape to just solidify it here. So she has fire in her soul. Grace follows abundantly from her heart. She's brave and kind. Her heart is true. She lives her purpose every day. She inspires hope and leads with her brilliant light. It was kind of like my saying for the year, something I would really like to continue. Anyway, for the months that I moved out of this, it was pretty cumbersome to carry with me everywhere. So I started this one. This is one of the Happy Planner uh, minis, not ultra minis, but this is the mini. I put stickers on the outside. Shimmer, sparkle, starry-eyed, shine the light from inside. This is by the same Amy that did the quote that I have attached to the end of it. These are just stickers. These are from Sparkle and Shine Designs on Etsy. Little work stickers and journal stickers and things. I like these little sketchy things in here. So this Happy Planner belongs to, and it's got my information in there. These are all, this whole kit was from Amy. Happy Thoughts. And so from September to December, I worked in this journal. I had not just that, I had to renumber it because it was from a different year. So I had sticky numbers that I renumbered it with. And these are some of the, yeah, uh, some of the calendar things that I used from other years. And again, I renumbered them. And I started, this was like a dashboard type planner, one of the first that they've had. And with the daily to-do checklist on it. This was an extra page. I'll take it out anyway. This is the same one that I had in the back of the big one. And just more of the to-do pages. Probably what I'll do with this side, since that's done, is, well, maybe not. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I don't want to, okay, this is where I had this, and I usually put a rubber band or something, or a belly band across it so that I go right to the calendar page that I'm interested in. And see, that one wasn't even filled out. You don't need to see my to-do list, but this is what the small dashboard pages used to look like. Amy Tangerine, that's it. That's who it is. Amy Tangerine. And then I started putting my to-do list on the dots. And I do want to use that again. And I would just use a simple bullet journal style. I would cross off the ones I'm not doing, check off the ones that are done, circle the ones that are more important for me at the moment that I need to get done. Some of these are done and I haven't checked them off yet. This was another Happy Planner thing. It came in with one of the kits, I think probably a health one, or a be well one type of thing. Stretch, unplug, read, sleep in, face mask, be present. I want this in a new one as well. And these are just from a different company that I cut down that have, I just, they were a lot of fun. But I had to cut the notes off of it to put in here. And I used some of them. I didn't use a lot of them. All right. It's a tracker. It's a way to keep track of things. And I had a lot of these left over. This is Plan a Happy Life. These were from their hourly, so I wanted these in per day. And on the back, you have a brain dump area. And instead of the brain dump area, what I did was I made my own checker. Things I needed on my pastor's report, pastoral care, how many, attract how many and how much, and the hours that I put in for each day and the total hours for the week. Things I was tracking daily. I still might want to do that again as well. And that was probably water, how much water I had for the day. So I actually had one of these in per month, not per week. I'm sorry, not per day. But that's how I would use this. This is also from the Amy Tangerine Happy Planner box that I had gotten. More of the to-do lists, the checklists. I love checklists. I love little things like that. You can see how well I used them. I didn't. And I have a folder in the back in case I need to tuck something in. That was also from the Amy Tangerine planner kit. So that's what I did instead of this bigger yearly thing, because I didn't want to carry this around everywhere. And within it, I used to do a bullet journal system. How do I show it to you without showing it to you? These are just, I put a rubber band, I rubber banded them together. These are two from Evernote, I believe. Evernote is a program, but it's just a gridded, like traveler's notebook style. And I used it for bullet journaling. You number each of the pages. And this was from 2017 to 2019. Oh dear. I have, yep, 2019. I still have some checklists to go from there. But what I would do is after I finished the page, instead of ripping it out, I would fold it up. And okay, that page is done, and I fold the next one down, that's done, up, down, up, down. So the pages that are like that, I finished with. The pages that are still here, I still have some checklists and reminders. And I don't want to show you everything that's in here. But a lot of the pages are finished in here. When I was finished with this book, I started a second one. Never Stop Wondering, Never Stop Wandering. You know, my name Wanda means wandering shepherdess, so there you go. This is for 2020 on. Faith Warrior, motivation is what gets you started, habit is what keeps you going. I have to remind myself, I'm so ADHD that my mind jumps around to different things and it likes novelty, so it kind of forgets some of the stuff that it should be doing. What I have is I made up my own little bullet cards. This is my key. This is an open task and a subtask to it. Event, note, started, I put a dot in the middle. Moved, I put an arrow somewhere. Done, it's either a checklist or an X is canceled. And these are my little icons. Urgent, priority, but I didn't use them as much. And then I had a color key, different areas of my life I color coded. That's the same thing, but from a different tracker. So I didn't fill much in 2022, I can tell you that. I will continue to use this in 2023. And this I put on the index page. It always starts with an index page. So you can tell what page number the things are on. Go right to it. And if that page is completely done, I put an X on it. Did I do that on the first page on this one? No, I did not. I put little check marks. Oh, it's an evolving system. What can I say? So I still have some things for 2021 I want to do. I started 2022. I didn't get very far. Probably because I have it on my couch and it might have been buried underneath something or I forgot where it was. Yada, yada, yada. But anyway, I pinched them together with a rubber band. And that's that. That's what I keep with my daily my daily journals. Another thing I love to read. I know you're waiting to hear about my elephant. I love to read. So, and I don't use the horizontal planners much. Horizontal means the whole block goes this way. So when I did get a horizontal planner, because I wanted to use the intermediate folders, you know, for their beauty, but I put all quotes in here. Ignore all the dates. Inside is a collection of quotes I resonate with. So I would either put, it could be a scripture quote. It was my way of reusing some of these pages. It could be like a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. So this is what I go back to for wisdom. I cut them out of magazines. If they impressed me, I'd write them down from where I was reading them. And just from everywhere. It's not full by any means, but it's getting there. It's up to here. This was a thing that was on the front of it, on one of them, so I ripped it out and put it up one and just put a identifier on there. So all these have quotes that I would love to share with all of you eventually as we go along. And I have lots more. I have lots more room for, oh, there's a dot in there. Diamond painting dot. No wonder. They get everywhere, don't they? Okay, so these are from other calendars, 2021 calendars. And before that, so I have a lot of extra pages. And if I want to, I can pull out the extra pages and, white out the dates again and use them again for something, use them for journal pages. I can use them for a lot, but right now this is my expander discs on She Looms, and I did it one time, put identifiers at the top, a big white sticky note, and I used just letter stickers. One said plan it, one said quote it, one says dream it, one said do it. One said ta-das. I don't, when I'm done something, sometimes I write a ta-da list instead of a to-do list. So, and you heard that here first. A ta-da list. I like to see what I've done, what I've accomplished. And that encourages me to keep going. Happy Planner also has these type of folders. I have a green one and a peach one. And these are inspiration cards from one of their faith journals. Aren't they beautiful? They're just absolutely beautiful. So they have scripture on them. Okay. I just have a pencil in here. I have one of their faith sticker idea books, their sticker books. They come, this one I think is a tiny one with little stickers in here. I've used a lot of them. I pulled out pages that I haven't used yet. I might even move this to a different planner. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it for the new year. And in the back I put even more stickers for there was a rehab wellness journal, and I got the sticker pack for that because I love the sayings in it. And which means it has that says call your sponsor. I don't have a sponsor, but I have a mentor. Be of service, pick up the phone, call 3 people today, ask how others are doing. It just simple reminders. Celebrate recovery. That was the name of the kit. Celebrate recovery. And those are some of the principles, I think they were. Okay, so this was the Growing Grace. This was a faith planner from Happy Planner. And you can see I have a pen attached to the loop. And these were, I had my whole faith planner in here. It's not at the moment, but I have a reference list. I use this for work, so I have names and phone numbers of hospitals and other pastors and things like that that I needed to keep track of. This is one of the faith cards. Excuse me, my tea. Okay, this I made myself out of, well, I had clear pockets. No, you know what it was? This was a full slip-in thing. Very solid. I taped these two pieces together because this I like as a divider. I did this in my money folder too. And I folded this over just to keep it in here and a pocket for some reminders. I could, if I wanted to, completely wall off this section. And I think that's probably what I did. It's because I don't need the references every day. But this was an instant reminder. And says Staples on it. I think it was probably a clear pocket folder. And I cut it down and glued it, not glued it, but, you know, put a large mailing tape, the wide mailing tape to get it together. I've had to do it 2 or 3 times because it does. Joy of the Lord is my strength. And let's see what's in here. I had some tracking. This is neat because this one had the same thing on both sides. This is just one of the throwaway pieces of a Happy Planner. So I had it. I like the way it stuck out at the top. And I have Faith Journal. This is one of the dividers for that. And what it is they have different wellness journals, different journals that had different questions on them. This was the Faith one. Scripture reading for today. Today's progress. Learning to be patient with. I'm feeling blessed by. Praising Him for this simple truth. 3 people who need encouragement. And the same thing on the back. Blessings. Just a little bit different. They had some midweek pages, end of week pages that were different. So this is all the same type of scripture journal. I did use some of them. These are the ones that are unused. Be happy, be bright, be you. And this was from the Unplug. The Unplug version. And I thought, these are just extra pages. This is from a homebody one, I believe. Don't call it a dream, call it a plan. Everybody needs some extra notes. And that's where you slip in. And it's got another pocket here if you want. I like these binders. This just reminded me that it was my faith binder. And again, my faith binder is not in here any longer. This is another one. I just wanted to show you a different version. And this does have the snap on it as well. I use this normally. I love this pen. I forget where I got it, but it's one of the, was it twisty one? No. Yeah, the bottom twists. Not that that matters, but it was a neat pen to write with, and it went with this journal really well. Again, the pocket, this is the big pocket you slip a journal into. One of my diamond painting bookmarks. This was from the Amy Tangerine. She blooms through prayer and love. And I got this sticker pack on clearance, obviously. And it might have been Walmart clearance. Boss Babe. So it has all kinds of, I pulled out some of them already. Meetings, to-do. So this was having to do with work. Including little coffee stickers. So I would set this in here. And I think I kept this out so that I'd know what which one it was, because it really covers up. There's a smaller pocket in here. These I got with a family calendar long ago. So I was still using them at the time. Long ago. So this is what I had in my green cover. Not very interesting, but that's what I had a different, like my household stuff in. Sorry, tea perfect temperature. Oh, these I took out of a 2023. This is a 2022 tracker. Don't need that. Let me show you this. It's okay to be happy with a calm life. Absolutely. I think this was the Homebody collection, the home collection. This was from the sewing, the Sew Happy, where they coordinate with Joann's. Again, that was 2022. More of my reused file folder pages. This was my notes sections. It just had blank paper in it for notes. This one was on the recipe thing. I think you had to have a recipe on it, or you can do a shopping list or something on it. But I loved the flowers. And again, I took out pages that I had already used. This was the cover of the Sew Happy Journal for 2022, I believe. Any day spent sewing is a good day. Ain't that the truth? All right, good. I don't have my measurements in here. This one has a body measurement reference guide. Now I figured out, okay, you do this with sewing so that you have all your measurements and you can get the right size pattern, okay? And that's where you need to measure each thing. That's for making pants, inseam, outseam, neck, back to waist, the thickest part of your hips, and thigh and ankle, in case you need to know what size you are. And then you put them all down here. And another use for this, if you didn't want to use this for sewing, I know some of you crafters do not sew. If you didn't want to use them for sewing, what you could use them for is like dieting and your wellness. So I'm going to do one of these and put it in my wellness journal as a beginning measurements, and then I'm going to use it at the end of the year for an end of the year measurements. I'm going to add a weight down here somewhere too, but I'm going to use it to keep track of that. I may even kind of redraw her around the outside edge to kind of look more like I am, that I really look like in the mirror. Just, you know, we did this in home ec a long time ago when we were making our own patterns and that kind of thing. So how to do that, we had to take all these measurements when we stood in a bodysuit in front of a mirror. Oh my god, my 80s hairdo was just hilarious. But and then this comes with all kinds of sewing terms and pattern terms. This was just a fun divider. The sewing one had sewing project pages, description, let's see, the number of yardage that you had, a timeline, started, finished, notes, total cost of everything. And then on the back of these pages, you can put fabric swatches, a description, in other words, what type of fiber it is, because you'll need to know that in order to care for the garment afterward. The width, the price, the store that I sourced it. So I still have all these pages. As you can see, I haven't done any sewing this year. I would love to. I need to get to a pile of mending first. And I think because of that, I stop at the mending and don't get any further. But this is a Wellness Warrior, like a check-off page. You could use a water erasable marker, an erasable marker of some kind, and write things on that to remind you, or you could use it as a checklist and then check things off. You could temporarily glue a page onto it and use it just to check marks. This was things I wanted to do a she shed, so I was kind of like playing with ideas. I still kind of want to do that. This was Silk and Sonder. I had gotten a number of months from them. I think I got through April. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous watercolor flowers. It was, the word for this month was imagination. And Silk and Sonder comes with a booklet on self-care and using the journal. This was daily rituals. This month I intend to stickers. and it came with a pocket. Okay, so that explains the word imagination. Oh my gosh, February was adoration. They changed slightly in color each time. It explains the word. It explains accountability. This was adoration. A quote by Wayne Dyer. The whole your calendar. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and attention. Buddha. Okay, see the colors slightly changed to the purples now in March, and the word is wonder. I love their word of the month. It just was really a wonderful way of doing it. I had taken them off of their spiral. Every month it came in a spiral packet, and I saved the pages that I wanted to keep in with the months. They had coloring pages in it each time, or a maze or a little game. This was April. This is when I stopped doing them, I believe. That was Radiance. And these are more of the pages from the booklet. Create your own bingo. Self-care hint bingo. That is cool. I still plan on doing that. All right, let's see where this one's. Okay, that's just from 7 on. So it did have gridded pages where you can write notes, put your intentions, March birthdays. So I recommend Silk and Sonder. They come with, you can buy a sticker pack to go with it that is color coordinated, and you can put, this would be a mood tracker. So each of the different colors, I would put my like happy or sad or curious or angry or whatever my moods were. And then on the day, the corresponding day, you put that color sticker on there. So you can see how your moods progress. The only thing with doing this is I need at least 3 a day. Because my moods change during the day depending on what's happening, right? Doesn't yours? This is a habit tracker. You would write the different habits you're tracking here, and you would color in or use one of their dot stickers and for the days of the month and stick it down that way. I really like that. I plan on using that at some time. Sleep tracker. I need that. This is a simple sleep tracker that, for me, it works better than any others that I've used. Time I fell asleep, time I woke up, and the number of hours slept and how I felt when I woke up. Did I feel rested? 1 to 5. Gratitude log, 1 gratitude per day. I like that. I think I might go back to these. I don't know. I really like them. Radiance prompts to keep you focused on the word of the week, the word of the month. Radiance journal, ask you some questions. Here was the quote of the month. There was a coloring page of the month. Isn't that beautiful? Radiant sketch. So it asks you to sketch something on this. That's interesting. It gives you normally a healthy recipe. This was jackfruit caratas. I don't know that I'd make that, but some of them I have ripped out and put with my recipes. Another grid. This comes with a word wheel. This is the game of the month and a riddle. Interesting. Monthly expense tracker is in here. You could use this as your complete planner if you wanted to. You have a weekly chart for the habits. Major 3-year tracking. You use this as a habit tracker if you wanted to. Each day, what you ate. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. Not enough room, people. Not enough room. And your water intake. How your body, did you move? Your shopping list. Again, not enough room if I was shopping every week, which I don't. Then you get a daily. You get a daily and a scratch pad. What the weather was like. One thing you have to get done that day beyond all else. And then you write in the squares, and you have a week, and then you have the same thing in another week. There's a quote at the top, and you can use your stickers in here if you wanted to. So it has 5 weeks, and then it has another quote. It has a currently page, what you're doing this month, or what you're doing that week anyway, that month, week, whatever. And let's see, another week, all the way to the end of the month. They're dated, obviously. You have some extra blank sheets at the end, and then a little bit about them. So in case you want a QR code, there you go. Take you right to their page. All right, silkandsonder.com. I love these. I really love those journals. I didn't use them for the weeklies because I had the big happy planners, but I used them for the month and the reminders of the month and that kind of thing. These were just more ideas for a storage shed, a she shed. Where did I have the others? I separated them for some reason. They were up here. Okay. This is just one of the freebie home improvement things in case I wanted to look for a shed. I'm going to chuck that because it's out of date. A project page. I was thinking of working on some kind of ministry ideas for online. I'm still brainstorming that. This was an article I wanted to keep rereading. Big question on relationships. What is gaslighting? And how do we respond to people who gaslight us? This was from thebanner.org, September 2021. The banner is, this was Mental Health and Trauma 2020. Yeah, this was part of the ministry work I wanted to do. Brainstorm, listing it out. The banner is a Reformed Church monthly magazine. So what I learned, just things that went with the brainstorming. This was a cover. In every season, be grateful. I think this was a cover of a faith planner. These are so beautiful. I can't get rid of them. I don't want to get rid of them. So I saved the file folder centers. I saved the covers. I saved the extra papers. And one of these years, instead of buying new ones, like I'll show you in a different video, I will actually use the old ones, redate, renumber them, and reuse what I have. Probably for next year because I do not have the money to keep going on it. But this is just a whole bunch of stickers. I have little diamond stickers for diamond painters. Let's see. Where did I get them? I don't remember. Honestly, I think they came as a thank you with something. And why that's a yellow diamond, I can't see it. Can you? Yellow. Oh, yes. The yellows were rounds, and you could put these on your kit when you're kitting up a diamond painting and put the DMC number across it to identify the rounds or the squares, and this was a square sticker. That's what they were for, but I'm not using them for that. These were sticker packets from different things. A holiday one. This one I didn't even open. This was a Happy Planner Everyday Stickers. Planner Girl. That was from 2020. More to celebrate recovery. More to get focus pages. More. These were some of the sewing stickers. Are you interested in that? Some of the sewing planner stickers. For embroidery, sewing, knitting, ironing, hand sewing, scissors, leaves for some reason to decorate pages, and a pin cushion. So I have those in here. And what I did with these I got years ago with Happy Planner, and it wasn't, I mean, they were ripping out. They just, the tabs rip out when you put stuff in them, which is what a pocket's for, right? So these extra pieces, when you get a Happy Planner, you have, let me show you. Do I have one in here that still has, yes. You have this extra plastic thing here. And I like to cut it off right back here for reasons I'll show you in a second. And why is the face coming off of this? I don't know. But anyway, on the back, it has the it has the holes punched in it, and this is a sturdy plastic. I don't know if you can see the plastic like that. I'll show that in a different video. That was the sewing planner for 2023. Anyway, I cut this extra piece off, and I use these, I round off the corners and use them as extra dividers. Just cut along the edge. I don't waste anything, folks. You know, my grandparents were Depression era, and my parents grew up being frugal through all the things of life. I used to try to take this off, but it's useless to try to undo that. So I cut off that edge. For here, what I did, I left part of that on. Take these out of here for a second. See how it goes in there? I used that and cut a piece and glued that to the pocket, just on the one side, and it's kept really, really well. Very well. You can put this through your Happy Planner punch. It is difficult. Trust me, it's very difficult. But that's how I reuse these things. And I need them, and I label them on the top if I need to. So anyway, that's one way to keep your folders and reuse them. This was just, ooh, you don't want to, okay. Originally, I had these. These are lettering tracker, lettering stencils. I think I just got these from, like, I don't know where. One's capital letters and one's lowercase letters, and it's got some symbols in it. Mix and match, perfect planner. Where did I get these? Imported. I don't know. I probably got them at Walmart or something. Or the dollar store. Probably could have got them at the dollar store. Okay, this is another one of those that come with the planner sometimes. Do all the things and noted, the sticky notes. These are my little sticky note dashboards. This came with one of the faith planners. Or a homebody, I'm not sure. This obviously was a teacher's one. This was the homebody one. This is their, I have two of them here, but you can see through it. I put the white page behind it so you can see through it. If you want to make your own bullet journal, or from some of their graph paper, if you want to make your own pages, these are nice to decorate in a doodle style. And this is one of the dividers. That was a today thing. Buy less, choose well. I had some budget things in here. Progress, not perfection. I think this was the recovery journal cover from the other year. What do I have in here that I can't show you or can show you? Okay, I was going to do a whole self-care section, and this was from Silk and Sonder again. Things that make me happy, my gratitude list, musings. Oh, okay, this is kind of funny. If you can see it, I'm going to make sure I'm in camera here. Things to eliminate: time suckers, mental suckers, emotional suckers, space suckers, health suckers, peace suckers, and money suckers. And I put bye-bye suckers. Oh man, that's goofy. Anyway, it worked for me for the moment. And I put gratitude log, affirmations. These are from some of the kit that I kept in my daily. There's a gratitude jar. This was from February. Wheel of Life. These are still pages I want to do. Gumball type style tracker. What are you tracking down here? How many steps have you taken today? This is a sample tracker from Daphne's diary. And I just loved, it gives you a number of steps and you color it in. But I just loved the way she did it in a footprint style. So I wanted to remind myself to do that at some point. So this is my wellness thing. That's another one of the recipes. But that actually looked pretty good. Let's see. Okay, gratitude. This is from an Aim Tangerine. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. And this was my tracking thing. This is everything I read this year on paper and listened to on Audible. I was hoping to get to 25 by the end of the year, at least one a month. I think I do have another one to put on there, but I'm not quite finished with that. So I made my own. Happy, healthy, and spring self-care ideas for each of 7 days. Different things you could do each of the 7 days. Spring cleaning things. Like I said, they're from the Happy Planner site. They're free downloads. They have a free download section that you can use. This was some of their, this came with one of the intentions, one of the different planner. I used a different year. How you're feeling today. Has your emotions, wellness, and dot grid on the back. This was part of their yearly list, but I liked the action, acknowledge, gratitude, forgive, nourish, rest, be active, goals for this month. You could write your goals down. I kind of like that. I folded it in the middle. I folded this type of thing in the middle. That would give, this came out from one of the checklist type things. You had a power word down here. But this is the way I would use them. If I needed to see a full page on one side and I had a full page on the other side, but I didn't want to really interrupt it, I'd fold it in half. And I'd still have what I needed here. Ways I'd fold it in half. These were part of the bullet journal pages that that they had a bullet journal planner at one point. So this is how it came. And I would draw my own grids on it and write in what I was tracking in here, and then I'd track it per day, and I copied them. You can't get them anymore, so I just copied them. And then I had I forget where I got the relationship tracker. It may have been, it was a freebie, something I downloaded from somewhere. And it says you circle the month, and I wrote my own key here. Did they bless me? Did I bless them in return? And the days in the month, and then who I wanted to bless along this edge. And I would use that for the month. I want to go back to that. Ta-da! This was my ta-das. Okay, sometimes you get tired of tracking your to-dos, your endless checklists of to-dos. Do good and good will come to you. So on their checklist ones, I have some little stamps. And there was a Monday to Saturday, to Sunday, but I took off the Sunday stamp. And these were the areas where I wanted to concentrate on: spirituality, writing, body, food, fitness, creativity, mind and emotions, home blessings, relationships, ministry, and finance. What I'd like to do was, what did I get done during the week? And I eventually just left off the days of the week because I couldn't do one of each of these every day during the week. It was just too much. So I just used the checklist things, just so that at the end of the week I have one thing in each of those boxes. I was happy. And these were my extra ones. And this is how the to-do pages come out, but I made them ta-das by putting a little tail in the end of the O's. I'll probably do that again. These were more of the to-do tracking pages. See, I have to gut these so I can use them again. I used it in 2021. That was probably the Amy Tangerine when that came out. This was another dashboard page. All the things and list, and you can use a wipe off thing to call, to pay, to buy, to send. So this you could put in the center of your today type thing. The only thing with the wipe off boards is the thing they're meant for. It does wipe off, and sometimes in the middle of the week you're like, what did that say? And this was more blank pages that I could use. What is all this? I got it last year and I'm using it again this year, so I'll show you that in a second. And this was another Today Was Happy Productive, another dashboard, a wipe off board. I use them as dividers as much as anything. And I had something else back here and I can't remember, But Plan a Happy Life, this was from the Sewing One. This is what I used, tried to use weekly, monthly, that kind of thing. Again, the big expander discs, and I wasn't happy with the way I laid it out. And you know, you have to be careful because sometimes you become a slave to your tracker. Rather than it being a tool for your life, you become a slave to your tracker. And I think that's what I was doing. I had too many things competing at the same time. I wasn't getting anything done. And I was tracking and not doing. You have to watch that in yourself for sure. Okay, this is what I was going to show you a moment ago, by Flora Bowley. It's a guided intuitive journey, and it is a weekly planner. You can use it as that. It is so gorgeous, so flipping gorgeous. This is for 2023. You can see I cut some pages out of it. I don't use the weekly pages, but I cut that off. I chunk them in my planner and put them in my scrap thing, my scrap paper things. That's the days of the month. But each month comes with, in the beginning, resist your urge to know the end of the story before the story has even happened. Stay local. Stay present. Take one step at a time. So these are reminders and a little journal thing, and it's kind of like a monthly type of focus. This was December's. This is January's coming up. So this will go in my journal, which I'll show you next. Look how gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. And then you have the daily page. It's the daily horizontals that I don't use. So the daily horizontals is what I make into scrap paper, but her monthly focus and little journal area and the monthly, oh, that didn't have a full page of beauty, did it? I guess it depends on where it falls. Like that is the full page one, and then it started there. March, savoring the moment. See, now April doesn't have a full color page either. Whatever was needed to get this to be opposite each other, I believe, is the idea. And there's the full page in April. So it comes to different places, but this is for each month during the year. And this is a pocket, I believe. No, it just has the bungee. 2024 to glance on the back. And I'll show you what I did with some of these. It looks like a wolf. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I love her artwork. It's just so inspiring. It's so beautiful. That looks like an angel. To me, anyway. Okay, so I'm not going to show you all of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that's what I'm going to use again for 2023. And how I put it in. I have a journal that I'm not going to even show you. My husband got me this for Christmas last year, and I'm using it. I can show you this. This is a Diane. No, it's a Dilutions. She makes these whimsical, crazy-looking creatures, and has neat sayings on them. So this is in a coloring page. So I glued this on the front of it. My brain has too many tabs open. Ain't that the truth? You are a world changer, born to shine and conquer. Does this still apply after the age of 60? Something I was thinking of, and I won't go on. This is another one of the cards. Dreams are today's answers for tomorrow's questions. And I just said, oh, he gave it to me for Mother's Day. That's what it was. And the way I use Diane's thing is on this page in August. I took this out and I journaled around it. But some months I didn't do both journaling questions. I just did one journaling question. it's hard for me to show you because I don't want my writings to be, all right, I put this in there. So sometimes I tip them in, staple them in. There's something on both sides I wanted to see. Blah, 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 blah. I tip other things in. This was from a prayer group, minister's prayer group that I'm still in. And I put that in here because it was very meaningful to me. And another way I used her, this was September. Put on a song you love and explore pivoting and moving intuitively from an athletic stance. Well, I use it as dance. I use it to dance. And I thought, okay, I need more dance in my life. I used to do dancing and dancing lessons and stuff, and I really love that. Do I want to take lessons again? Do I want to just move to music that I can find on the Xfinity or what? Okay, and set the stage. If you want to have creative time, you need to set the stage and be willing to work along with it. Okay, I did this on Happy Thanksgiving. This was November. I stuck this out because it just was like, okay, here's where her journal is in here. Here's where her journal pages are in here. That was around Thanksgiving time. One part of her journaling ideas and stick. That's another one that was from December. That was from December. The harder we try to perfect, perform, and impress, the further away we get from our authentic voice and the simple beauty we crave. I crave wisdom. So you can tell by my quotes and stuff. And Mark got me a present with coloring wrapping paper. And it's my Snoopy things. So I cut out each of the characters and stuck them in my journal in case I wanted to color. In case I wanted to color them. And oops, she's stuck down there. She'll put them on the next page. So, I cut out each of the characters, and maybe I'll color them, maybe I won't, but I thought they would be fun to decorate. And I don't like these brown pages as much as I like the clean white pages, so I don't mind. That says stay cozy, and I put the stickers from the Happy Planner Advent thing. I put stickers on Lucy here. Yeah, I was writing up to here. These are other stickers from the Happy Planner Advent Calendar. And I'll either use them now or I'll use these definitely. The mugs and the comfort and joy. How long can we keep the mistletoe up? I don't know. I'll keep it up for my husband. Get some extra kisses from my hubby. So some of them I will use in here, and some of them I had that was the rest of it. I wanted to cut the back end of the neck of the scarf off to put on her, and I thought, oh, well, that could be a scarf around Lucy's neck since that's behind her. So anyway, just goofy. This is not my art journal, this is my writing journal. And I go through one every couple months. This is from July, started in July. This one started in July. And I wanted to get it done by the end of the year, and I absolutely could, but this is the last one, sort of. The last one I'm going to show you. This was my beginning of my art journal. I started this in July when I was at my in-laws' house helping them after my father-in-law passed away. We went down to be with him, and we missed it, and we were there anyway. I had bought this book in a thrift store, not a thrift store, but like an antiques place. The guy had it auctioned and had a whole bunch of really cool things. It had this ribbon on top with it had just this ribbon on top. Somebody had used it as decoration, had painted the cover, had used it as decoration, and it came with the actual book within it. So I cut some of the things off that were pertaining to the book itself. I gutted it, made it into a junk journal with hot press watercolor paper in it. Stitched it in. I used regular string, keep it rustic. I used regular string and the binding string. Then I added buttons and jewelry pieces. I think I had a whole, you know, I got it at Joann's or Michael's, the jewels. And I just threaded them on the string and put dangly doodles on the bottom. Journey. Flower. Let's see, just little dangly doodles. This one says grace. This one says love. Buttons I put on it. Little beads that go up and down on it. So I love it. I absolutely love it. I just need to pull it out of the way when I use it as an art journal. Now, I started Flora Bowley, not Flora Bowley. I got that from, there's a gal online that I was taking lessons. I used Jane Davenport colors. I have videos of me doing these. It's step by step how to do backgrounds and things. So what I did was, instead of blank pages, I used the Jane Davenport watercolor boxes and did different color backgrounds. And then you were supposed to add and add and add and add. And I really didn't like, I don't like how all of them came out. Or I can just paint over it again and do something else again. But I wanted to start the backgrounds. And I have some that I still need to paint. This is not bad. Not, you know, it's just for fun. You know what I mean? I can always put, if I wanted to keep it that way, I could always put a layer of matte medium on it. And then write over top of it if I wanted to. Or glue something over it, collage style. I have some pages I want to paint up yet. And I did another page somewhere in here. I'm going to experiment with black too. I don't know. I have a lot of pages to put some more watercolors on as a background. I just thought I needed starting pages, that's all. Ice cream shades. Yeah, and then I had these. These are blotter sheets that you put in between things. And when I put them like in each side, I'm painting so that it doesn't slop over to the page behind it. You don't care about this, I don't think. And then it would always end up with this part of the paint gooped on the side. I thought, I'm not going to waste that paint. And I did a couple pages like that. It's just silly, but it is what it is. So I'm going to keep these. I have others cut, but I'm just experimenting with backgrounds right now. I want to continue with the process. I just haven't been able to do that since I've been home. So that is my, I'm going to keep this up in 2023, part of my art journaling. Put a tag on here. Usually I put a tag on something and I write what it is and the dates on it when I'm finished with the whole thing. Alright, so you've seen my, in the other video you have seen the way I keep track of my videos. And now I have a couple more to add to the list. And to keep going. I'm going to keep going on this. I'm going to revamp it a little bit for 2023. And I may have that in a completely other video. I will show you the new planners that I got in a different video, and I also will show you how I'm setting up my Franken-planners for 2023 in another video. So there's a couple more to come. I do think that planners are not just for people who need to plan out their busy lives. But even if you don't have a super busy life, there are things in your life you do need to plan out. Birthdays, anniversaries. There are tons and tons of ways of using these beautiful planners that don't have anything to do with writing down the day, writing down what you're going to do that day. As I've shown you a bunch of them in these, I think that, yeah, I think that it's okay to not use the pages for what they're intended for, to use them in your own creative way. Use your imagination. What do you need out of your life? What do you need to keep track of? Use it in here. Do you need an inventory of your pantry? Put it in the happy planner so that when you go to the grocery store with your shopping list, you know what you already have. Uh, do you need a list of cards to buy for or create for people in your life for the month? Write it down. Write down who you need to do that for. Write down in your house where to find things. Like this cookbook is over here, or I can find the Christmas things that I've hidden from people. I can find them here. That kind of thing. There's tons of ways you can use your happy planner for things other than planning for your month. Especially creative people, you can use it for a lot. Um, okay, so thank you for joining me again to Wanda's Workbasket. This is the end of 2022, just about to go into 2023. In fact, I have to work this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon during the crazy busy pre-New Year's Day pre-New Year's Day calls. But fortunately, it's not zero temperatures out there, and people won't be calling with needs for heat or busted pipes. This, at least not tonight, anyway. All right. Well, thank you for joining me, and I will see you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that others who like planners or crafty things can also join us on our journey in our Workbasket family. I go live on Tuesday nights, starting in January, live on Tuesday nights from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully you can catch me sometime during that time. All right. Again, I will say goodbye. Bye, divas.